Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Ultima Underworld 2. And when we last left off, we were presented by everyone how grim the situation here in Castle Britannia is. We are all trapped underneath a black rock dome that extends far into the sewers. It is hampering our magical capabilities. And also, the Guardian is probably planning some sort of invasion while we're stuck in here. Also, the sewers are apparently teeming with, horrible monsters and creatures. But Nelson here says that may be where a smaller version of the Black Rock Sphere is, and it might be a way that we can figure out how to potentially overcome it. Also, apologies for the previous video when I accidentally said that Patterson was the Mayor of Britannia. He's just the Mayor of Britain. Sometimes I get the two mixed up. I could just imagine Patterson as the Over-Mayor, Supreme Over-Mayor of Britannia. No, he's just the Mayor of Britain. Also, let's now head over and have a look at this door that clearly was here and yet isn't. It's a door, and it's locked. Also, they added the Ultima 7 sound for opening, for finding locked doors. So there is this door here. Let's go in and have a look. And speaking of the Mayor of Britain, here is the Mayor of Britain, Patterson. Also, here is a box. I believe it has food in it, if memory serves. And we can, yep, it just has food in it. We can take that. Let's take it. And let's talk to Patterson. Hello. I am so happy to see thee here. I mean, not because thou art inside here, but, you understand. How are things, Patterson? I am glad to have a chance to speak with thee. I just wanted to say, I have always been a great admirer of thine, and 'tis good to be working with thee. If there is anything I can do to help out. We could get him to do various things, but I need thee to help keep up people's morale. Thou art good at that. Is he? Well, if you say he is, then he must be. Thank thee, Avatar. I shall do as thou sayest. Will that be all, Shana? There is more I must discuss with thee. Of course. What hast thou in mind? What hast thou been doing since I last saw thee in the last year? Well, Avatar, I shall not soon forget our last encounter. Thou didst teach me a lesson in honesty that was long past due, and though it hurts my pride, I must thank thee for it. Adultery is an ugly sin, but an easy one to fall into. Ah, it is a relief to be living without lies again. Yes, two things to note about Patterson in Ultima 7. One, he was a devout member of the Fellowship, which were later exposed to be basically a front for people working for the Guardian. Although I imagine that there were many people in it that didn't know that, the Fellowship itself was that. Also, Patterson was having an affair, and we managed to discover that and out it. I hope thy wife was understanding. Though we separated for a time, I am glad to tell thee Judith and I are together once again. 'Tis a relief to hear that, Patterson. I wish thee well. Again, I thank thee. Will that be all, Shana? We could talk to Patterson and get him to raise various charisma skills, but we don't want to just yet. Yes, I shall speak with thee again, later. Always a pleasure, Shana. See, it would seem that Patterson has, turned a new leaf, which is good. And there is a potted plant. There are a few things down here we can look at. Let's open this door and see who is inside. Ah, who are you? Are you a servant? You are Feridwin. Let us talk to Feridwin. How are you? So thou art here as well. What is on thy mind, Feridwin? Well, Shana, once again thy visit has coincided with calamity. I cannot say I am surprised. I shall do my best to end this crisis, as should we all. I shall do my part, do not worry. You do not seem happy for me to be here. Also, here is a box. Because I like stealing boxes, let's take this box. There's food in this box. It is now my food. And with that, we shall move on. In fact, what does this box have in it? We'll just put all the boxes in here. We might as well hoard as many boxes as we possibly can. Also, Patterson has now gone walking, because he's now been let go out of his room, which means he can now just walk anywhere he likes. We haven't been down into these two rooms in between these, so let's have a look here. What is in this room, Avatar? Ah, you... Ah, it's Julia! How are you, Julia? I had heard thou wert about, old friend. What is on thy mind, Julia? Between me and thee, I am glad thou art here, Shana. We've worked together, forged side by side. I know I can count on thee. 'Tis good to... actually, here's a good, thing to say at the top. Surely thou wouldst not question the others' loyalty, Julia. Nay, but there are some here, like Yolo and Dupre, who I can rely on. People like Feridin, Syria, I know not of. If there is nothing more, Shana, I must go now. Wait, Julia, there is more we must speak of. What wouldst thou talk about then? Tell me of thy year in Britannia. After travelling around Britannia and back with thee, well, I just couldn't go back to that rustic village tinker act I've been doing the past few years. So, since then, I've been walking through northern Britannia, watching the reconstruction happen. If there is nothing more, Shana, I must go now. Indeed. We shall speak with thee later, then. I don't think there's really much to talk to her about, and there is another person probably that we recognise. Let's have a look. It is Lady Tory. Hello, Lady Tory. It has been a while. Shana, for all our sakes, it is good that thou art here. I would know thy thoughts, Lady Tory. Trapped in here as we are, I sense rising fear and anxiety in nearly everyone. 'Tis understandable, Lady Tory. But I also sense that they have great confidence in thee, Shana. She pauses. As do I, Avatar. Oh, is that all you're going to say? Let's talk to you some more. No, actually, there's really not much else I can talk to you about here. So, how has the past year been for thee? I have spent this past year at Serpent's Hold, serving as counsellor and raising my son. I am still in debt to thee for saving him from those accursed harpies, but now I fear again for his safety. I left him in the care of trusted servants at Serpent's Hold, and now that there is war in Britannia, the hold will be in an uproar. I can only hope that the Guardian has not singled out my home for a special assault. Will that be all, Shana? Yes, I will speak with thee again later. There's a lot of people that have a lot to say here, but some of them do not have much they actually want to add. But there's still more places we can explore. For instance, there's the entire other half of the place itself that we can go down and have a look at, and we shall do so. We need to go that way anyway if we're going to find the potential entrance to the sewers, because we haven't found that yet. There is a whole area up to the north here, which, if memory serves, is the area where most of the servants are. Let's have a look. Yep, this looks like the place where the servants are. Let's talk to them. There's Nana there, and Nell. Let's talk to Nana. What is it, Avatar? The one thing you need to be very, very careful of in this game is that you are very nice to the servants, and especially Nana. You need to be very nice to them. What has occupied thee of late, Nana? Lord Bridges' behaviour is becoming more and more offensive. Servants, take an inventory. No please, no thank you, no mention of far-famed organisational powers. I wonder what he thinks he would do without us. I am sure Lord Bridges holds the servants in great esteem. She doesn't seem that convinced about that. Let's talk to Nell. How may I help thee, Avatar? What has occupied thee of late, Nell? Let us talk to every single person in the castle. It's quite important that you do. I am glad thou art here to help us, here with us, Avatar. If there is a way to escape this gem, I am sure thou wilt find it. But I worry so about my darling, Kikoskia, outside with our son. Should anything happen to him, I would perish with grief. Will that be all, Shana? Nay, there is more I must ask of thee. We shall ask what they've been doing the past year. probably working, I wager. What hast thou been doing the past year? This last year was wonderful. I have married my darling Kikoskia. Lord Bridges even allowed the ceremony to be held here in the castle. My brother Charles grumbled a bit, of course, but deep down I think he was as pleased as I. Will that be all, Shana? Is there anything else we can ask? Couldst thou think of anything that might tell us more about our situation? 'Twas the night before this hideous gem formed around us. At 4 o'clock in the morning I was awakened by a voice in the throne room. I was too scared to investigate, but it sounded like someone chanting in a very low voice. I was going to tell thee, but then the gem appeared and that awful guardian spoke to us, and I forgot all about it until now. Will that be all, Shana? There is somebody in our midst who is doing something they shouldn't by the sounds of it. Yes, I shall speak with thee again later. That is not an encouraging thing to hear at all. To think that there might be somebody here who is working against the best wishes of the actual, people within is not good. And also the implication of the fact that there is somebody who's working with the Guardian here is not good. And here's Charles. Hello, Charles. What is it, Avatar? What hast thou been doing the past year? It hath been a quiet year here at the castle. Benny and Boots have retired from the staff, so more of the duties now fall to me. My sister Nell has married that artist, Kikoskia. I'm not entirely sure I approve, but she is happy with him. Is there anything else? Nope, that's literally it. That's all you say. So if that's all you say, that's all there is. And also, you may notice there was a way this way down. Now, down is level 2. We're not gonna go here just yet. Oh, this is the storeroom, though. So, whoa, there's a lot of stuff in here. Also, here's a sturdy door. I don't know where this leads. Ah, this probably leads out. Oh, to the armory. Yeah, the armory's locked. We are not going to be getting access to the armory for a very, very long time, if memory serves. The armory is pretty much out of bounds until we get access to a certain key. And we will not be getting that key for a little while. For now, however, we're just going to keep exploring and finding the various other people that are here, while currently, staggering around the map. There's a lot of places here we can still explore. And there is Nistel's room that we have completely forgotten here. Also, did my health just drop? No, it didn't. That was me just, we're currently well fed and awake, by the way. You can click that to determine that. Ah, hello! It is Nistel. Remember Nistel from Ultima 7? He was affected by the, disruption of magic, but he's, perfectly fine now. Shana, I see thou art joining us in this unexpectedly protracted reunion. Listen, I wish to discuss with thee my thoughts on our situation. What wouldst thou say to me? 'Tis a staggeringly huge spell. I had not thought even the Guardian could create such an enormous amount of black rock, but 'tis also a very crude casting, no subtlety about it. If I had the book it was cast from, I swear I could reverse it. What do you mean, a crude spell? 'Tis as if the caster had so much power he thought there was no need to work skillfully. As it is, the ether has been violently disrupted. I should not be surprised if there were aftershocks and side effects in our own and other realities. Other realities? What dost thou mean? 'Tis as if the caster had sorry, I'm just repeating myself there. The same ether surrounds and permeates all the realities. An ether storm this size might have far-reaching effects. Such things are hard to estimate. What kind of effects would these be? It is hard to predict. Possibly some sort of echo effect, wherein the spell effect might replicate itself on a smaller scale, like an echo repeating and dying away. It is common in his castings. I shouldn't wonder if we might see some smaller replica of the gem, just as we saw in his assault a year ago. and you think this effect might extend to worlds beyond our own. The same ether surrounds and permeates all the realities after all. So what kind of effects would they be? And then we'll go... We know what BlackRock is, so we're just gonna... We're not gonna ask what BlackRock is. We do know it's quite potentially dangerous material, as you can see here. So we'll just say that it might extend towards... I have heard all I need for now. If there is nothing more, Shana, I must return to my work. Wait, Nistel, there is more we must speak of. What hast thou been doing since last we worked together? Ah, yes. Since last we met, I have been hard at work restoring the study of magic in Britannia to its former level. Some of my research is documented in A Safe Passage Through Britannia. And thou should take a look, as it touches on some of thine own experiences in the Stygian Abyss. If there is no more work, Shana, I must return to my work. Nothing more, rather. Not work. Well, I've got plenty of work. I've got to try and deal with all this. I will speak with thee later. There is actually a fair amount with Nistel that we can find. Also, I really want you to get out of the way right now, Nistel. There we go. Thank you. There's a lot of stuff in here. We really don't want any of these books. There are, however, these... Oh! Did you see that? There's an orb. We can actually use the orb to see in other parts of the castle. We can see into the throne room and the war room. And there's also this door here. You may think it leads nowhere, but it actually leads into Nistel's... It leads to Nistel's actual private study and magic area. You'll also notice here that there is an unblemished black pearl. There are also Lem, Rel, and Des stones. We shall take all of these stones, as I do believe we do not have any of these. There we go. And he doesn't specifically possess any of these, so we shall add them into our collection. Note, we still cannot actually cast the light spell. Not yet. There are, however, some boxes. Maybe there'll be runes in these boxes. There actually are. No practical application found yet for this spell. May be too undignified for use by most wizards. I prefer the more difficult Slow Fall spell. Ah, yes, he is referring to a particular spell. We're going to write it down, but I'm not sure this is actually in the spell list that we have in this page here that I'm looking at. So, by all means, I will take this. Ah, there's no more room. We shall, however, take all of these runes. Do we have that rune already? We actually do, but we don't have all of those runes. Pretty sure we don't have the... We have that rune. I'm pretty sure we don't have this rune, though. Let's have a look. I don't want to take all of the runes if I don't need them. We actually don't have two of these runes, so we don't have this rune either. We actually have a fair amount of runes already. Can we just put this down? There we go. What about this rune? Oh, there's nothing in here. There is, however, a switch. Well, you might as well push it. Ooh, hello, secret door. Now, there's something I wasn't expecting. We shall have a look in here. What is in here? Here is the... experiments in progress. Do I really want to know what's in these? There's a rat, and... I can't see what's in there, but we have a few more runes, which is always nice. We do need more runes, after all. And with that, I think we've pretty much nearly explored everywhere in the actual map. We've explored, yep, all the way. We haven't explored down here yet. We might as well actually explore down there next time. And then, when we come back, folks, we shall go that way, and then... Oh, look, it's another one of the actual covers of the Ultima games. They like putting them in here. But when we come back, folks, we shall explore down there, and then on this exterior part. Using, I imagine, a torch. Oh, we might as well actually try and escape too, because that's going to work really well. Let's just try the front door. Surely the Guardian made sure that we couldn't escape any other way except there. Disclaimer, we cannot escape through the front door, but we will try. So, I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later.